Alright, what's up everyone? Air Viper Strong is done. I just finished the last video vlog of it. This is the longest one. This one's like gonna be like 17 and a half minutes. But it's the final one. It's the one where I ran 20 miles out on the trails. And then I'm gonna upload it and you guys will all be able to watch it. But that was all in the past. So today, we're gonna talk about what's happening from here on out. I am going to basically hunker down and finish this Triple Crown series. I'm very close, only a few steps left to finishing it, but it's a lot of work because I'm putting the final polish on the whole series and making it all look like it's one TV show. So it's gonna be a lot of work. Hopefully, be finishing that up here in a couple weeks. And then you guys will be able to watch it starting sometime in May. Also gonna go for a short run today. It's gonna be my shortest run in a week and a half or so. I think I'm just gonna go like 4 or 5 miles. Not do anything too crazy, and then I have to mow the lawn. Also, I mentioned it in my video yesterday, but there's it's like a tendon or a ligament in my ankle. And what the doctors and physical therapists have said is that it's kind of like just getting stuck a little bit, and it just has to do with there's junk in my ankle, and so it like pops constantly. It'll actually get like really like to a point where it's painful, and then when it pops it causes like a lot of pain. So I don't know if that's gross or not, but that's just something that I'm dealing with. And when I do these longer runs like 20 milers and stuff, it just aggravates it a little bit more. So I think it's just something that needs to just continue to heal, and it's just going to take time. But yeah, just going to be working that out a little bit, doing some rolling on my calf and around my ankle, Achilles area and everything, and then doing a little scraping myself. Scraping is something that I think you should only have someone professional do if you don't know what you're doing, but I've had it done many times by chiropractors and physical therapists, so I kind of know the gist of what is supposed to be happening like in certain spots, and so I can so I'll go back and do it myself every once in a while, but you don't want to do it very often. It's not something that you want to do a lot, and definitely if you've never had it done before, don't do it yourself. Other than that, everything's pretty much good. Still got a lot of work with this documentary series, and really cannot wait for you guys to see it. If you guys have any questions about it, let me know. It'd be fun to maybe do a live stream or something and answer all your questions about that, and maybe can't really like show you guys anything, but maybe bring you in on the process. That might actually be cool if you guys would get something out of that and you want to maybe a live stream or two. I focus more on like video creation. I haven't really done that on this channel because I don't really consider myself like a teacher in that area of like video creation and everything, but I do it a lot, so probably could offer some tips and answer some questions if you guys are interested in that. I know a lot of people actually recently in the last couple weeks have been new to this channel, been joining it and reaching out to me asking questions about GoPros and video editing software and settings, and so I'm happy to answer all those questions. Maybe it'd just be really fun to do a live stream all about that. I'm going to do a little bit of recovery, loosen up my legs a little bit, finish this up, go for a quick run, and I might take you guys with me. Just finished. I am uploading to YouTube now, but wanted to take just a couple minutes before I go for my run and show you some of the tools that I use for recovery. First off is this trigger point roller. This is my favorite roller. I use this multiple times a day. I really like the different areas. There's like flat areas, a little bit more ridges, and then there's like bumps right here. It's also super strong, lightweight, hollow in the middle, easy to grab a hold of, but it's like really strong, so it doesn't flex or bend in any way, unlike some of the other foam rollers that I've had in the past. Next up is something very similar. It's called the Tiger Tail, and this is really great for traveling, I found, and also for maybe just getting some spots that aren't best suited to hit with a foam roller, but just being able to really like dig in and roll. It's basically just a fancy rolling pin from your kitchen. I really like this a lot, and I take it pretty much everywhere I go whenever I travel. It just really helps stay loosened up, especially like right before races, or if you're going to a new place or a new town or something. I really like having this. Next up is a simple lacrosse ball. This is also used for rolling. You can dig like really deep into like your leg muscles, your glutes, your hamstrings, your calves, everything like that. Also the bottom of your feet. I really like this a lot. Sometimes I'll roll out my feet like right before bed or something like that. Again, also really easy to travel with. This is probably the easiest thing actually out of all the stuff I'm going to show you to travel with. It's pretty hard, kind of heavy, but just a nice thing to like really dig into those muscles. This is almost the same as the lacrosse ball, but it's called the peanut, and it gives you a little bit more like stability, like to get certain spots on the bottom of your foot. I also use it to roll out parts of my shins that every once in a while, like if I'm feeling like a little bit something coming on with like shin splints or something, this is also a really good option. If the lacrosse ball is maybe a little bit too hard to manage, or maybe the spot you're trying to work out is just a little bit too sensitive, this can help because it's a little bit squishier, and then it also has the stability of extra pressure points so you can get into certain places just a little bit differently. And this might look super weird, and it kind of is. There's all different shapes. This is actually a piece of glass, I think, but it's not sharp. It's got rounded edges, and you can just take a little bit of lotion, put it on your skin, and basically just kind of like dig into those spots that might be sticking. Like I talked about my ankle a little bit earlier. This is what I use on that to just kind of work that area out just a little bit. But you got to be really careful with these. You should only use something like this if you know what you're doing, but it just does help. You can, even if you just do it lightly, that's probably not going to hurt anything. So this is a really good tool. Last up, a wrench. This is actually almost perfect for when I have to scrape out my calves or like my hamstrings or quads or anything like that. But it's super cheap. I got it for about $1, and it comes with 2 handles on the side that you can really like dig in, push this edge into your muscles and just kind of scrape up and down. Again, don't put a whole lot of pressure on your muscles. Very light work is good enough. But if you don't have the money for any of this stuff, you probably have one of these laying around your house. And if not, it's only like $1. So that's it. I think it was 6 tools that I use almost every day to help loosen up muscles and do a little bit of massage on my own so that I don't have to go to a place and like pay a whole lot of money for that. These tools have all really helped me during the last 100 days of running and longer now. But I really recommend taking care of yourselves, and these tools help with that. I'll be using the Polar Grit again today. We are at 29% battery. But yeah, it's time to get out of here. I'm going to be running today in the Torn Plush. I'm excited to wear these to recover a bit today. Yesterday I wore the Temps for 20 miles. Today, the Torn Plush. Alright guys, that's it. It's already on Strava. Nice. 7:55 per mile, 340 watts average power for this Polar Grit. Incredibly windy right now. Like, it says the wind is 26 miles per hour right now, average. So, yeah, that was rough. Wind is really hard to run in. 5 miles today, so that means over the course of the last 10 days, I've ran 105 miles. Brings me to a total for the year of 888 miles. This year has been going way better than last year. Last year I only hit 1,000 miles for the whole year because of injuries. I aggravated my IT band in the spring. Strava sometimes has a problem when you're updating shoes. Like, I use Strava to keep track of all my shoes, how many miles they all have. And every once in a while, Strava just like doesn't want to update. I don't know if you guys have this problem with Strava, but it just doesn't update some of my shoes, which is hard when I use that to keep track of my shoes and my mileage. If you don't follow me on Strava, there's a link below. I think it's really fun connecting on Strava. But that's it. That's where I'm going to end this video today. If you have tips for recovery, leave that down in the comments below. I'm always looking for ways to improve. So thanks for joining. To all the new people, welcome. I will see you guys again soon. Bye.